Don't forget, the next video after this part has already been made and is live now on my Patreon for you to see straight after you've watched this. Fully voice acted, soundtracked, and with my signature editing up for early access to the incredible 4,000 plus patrons who support my work from just $3 with more and more access at higher tiers. This has long been requested to have the full next video early available to you guys who just can't wait for what happens next on Ultra Vegito. And now it's finally here. Links are in the pinned comment and description. Head there after the video. What? Vegito? Mortal? Not him again! And so our story begins where we left off last, with Vegito having just shockingly appeared within his own mind and consciousness right before the now 6 warriors he had fused with and taken into his body. Leaving Yamoshi with his fists still spread out, all the while just being stopped in place by Vegito's lone finger, as the God Killer says, looking into his eyes, "Now, what was that you were saying about destroying me from the inside? You may want to rethink that one, Yamoshi." Before quickly, Vegito would remove his finger and switch his hand to a flat palm, facing the third of the 5 strongest before... instantly then creating a shockwave from his palm alone, blowing Yamoshi back quickly. What the? Surprising even the third, as he can barely even control himself from such a simple move by Vegito. But the newly powered up fused Saiyan would just laugh in return, marveling at himself, saying, "Well, even I didn't think he'd be pushed back that far. Thank you, Yamoshi, for all you have given me." But eventually, Yamoshi would then regain himself back in the air, coming to a complete stop with an enraged look on his face. What is going on here? But the rage soon turns to confusion as he begins to contemplate. Vegito is just in base now, but he's handling my attacks at full power. This makes no sense. This cannot even be real. How could he be both outside and within his own body? You fools really thought I couldn't see what was happening within my body? Who do you think I am? But suddenly from behind the bewildered third, the voice of the God Killer is heard. What? Shockingly, then revealing that indeed, the God Killer is inexplicably now right behind Yamoshi, with his arms folded, despite how far the third flew back. How did you? This speed can't be real! This has to be an illusion after all! Leading to Yamoshi quickly turning his head in disbelief, dismissing the whole thing as something unreal. But the giggles and chuckles continue to come from the now supremely confident Vegito, who continues ominously, "Illusion? Is that what we're relying on now to comfort ourselves? Maybe you're right, Yamoshi. Maybe this isn't my true strength. After all, this is within my body and mind after all. My domain. A place where anything I want can be made possible. Like this, for example." What? What have you done? As suddenly, out of nowhere, in a shock turn of events, Yamoshi appears in shell shock, now missing all 4 of his limbs. seconds as blood pours voraciously and without control from all of his veins, as Vegito remains still emotionless behind with his arms folded and just looking back at the scene as if completely planned. God killer! And with his life force on the verge now of almost disappearing, the maimed Yamoshi would then quickly begin falling to the floor in a trail of blood. Crashing on the ground with a thud as Vegito watches on, unmoving in the distance. Yamoshi? What's wrong? Get yourself together, will you? Here, let me give you a hand. Or a foot. I guess you could use both. As a cocky Vegito would then descend quickly with speed towards the fallen and vulnerable third. But callously when Vegito lands, despite the seriousness and severity of Yamoshi's injuries, he stamps right back on the chest of the legendary Saiyan, just like he did last chapter. Laughing as he looks down and says, Well, this feels like deja vu, doesn't it, Yamoshi? Don't worry, this won't go the same way as last time. But as for what's happening here, the power and speed I'm showing you is the real deal. But even if it wasn't, as you can see, in here, I am the god. I control everything, and if I want to be strong beyond comparison, then I can be. So if you think for a second you're going to overpower or disrupt me within my own domain, then you're in for a world of pain, old man. Before instantly, like a demon, Vegito with a devilish look would then stare at the rest of the inhabitants of his inner self and coldly spout, and the same goes for you five too! Damn mortal! Leading to all five reacting in a mix of shock and concession, as they know to not even try to disagree. But soon, on realizing the predicament and how his own fusion is now threatening him, Vegito begins thinking, I'm in a clown world right now. First, Kakarot somehow goes outside after 10 years of being in here, and now Vegito has arrived inside like nothing too. Just what the hell is going on? Ha! While Goku, though in complete contrast, would actually begin sporting a smile, commenting now in typical fashion, Wow, Vegito, he's totally different now. I can sense it. He's way stronger. I just wonder, how much stronger? Kakarot! But knowing what might come next from the simple-minded Goku, Vegeta angrily would then begin scolding, You fool! Settle down! You better not be thinking about doing anything! We haven't got time to be playing these games! Sorry, Vegeta! Before suddenly, despite the warnings of the prince, Goku's Saiyan battle lust would take over, and he once again would transform into his Ultra form, combining both Ultra Instinct with Ultra Ego. Two techniques unlocked after over 10 years of training, and perhaps the very abilities of Vegito seeping into himself subconsciously. Before Ultra Goku would then turn to Vegeta and say, Hey, I know Vegito is supposed to be dangerous now, but remember, we can't die in here. And I don't think just talking is the way forward with a guy like this. You know how hard-headed we are, so we might as well have some fun. To which Vegeta, almost accepting Goku's logic for once, would just then grumble out annoyed. Not like I could ever make a buffoon like you listen anyway. Do as you wish. Just don't blame me if you make things worse. As if having received the permission of his owner, Goku in his ultra form, with more speed and power displayed than ever before, would then rush straight for Vegito with enthusiasm. What's this now? Leaving the God Killer now befuddled as he actually sees his own half-self come towards him ready to fight, as he thinks, "You're joking, right? Kakarot? Are you trying to challenge me too? Surely not." Get ready, Vegito! I know this is our first meeting, but you better show me what you've got! But it soon becomes pretty apparent to everyone that this is far from a joke, as Goku reaches within meters of the fused Saiyan. Interesting. And with this realization, a smirk would soon appear on Vegito's face as he thinks, "So this is where I get my tenacity from. Kakarot himself." And as Ultra Goku punches with his full strength, Vegito would just stop it in its tracks with a single grab, smirking as he comments, "Not bad. This form suits you, Kakarot. There's weight to your punch, but unfortunately, you're pretty easy to read. I wonder why." To which the smiling Goku would say, "I guess you would know what I'd go for, huh? I guess to fight you, I need to think a little outside the box." Immediately switching his calm and warm demeanor on the fly back to violence, as Goku would then swing a left roundhouse kick with force. Damn it, I missed! Where is he? Leaving our hero surprised for a moment at the instantaneous movement and speed of the God Killer, wondering where he would be now before... Suddenly, the sounding of something reappearing sounds off right on top of Goku. Vegito! Until in a show of total disrespect, Vegito would then reappear, but stand atop the head of Goku with both feet and his arms folded, giggling. "What are you doing down there, clown? I thought you were going to do something outside of the box. Unfortunately, I wouldn't just class kicking me with your weaker leg as anything of the sort." "I'll show you!" As Goku, now not even moving his body at all, with a grimace, would suddenly begin vanishing out of the blue. Confusing Vegito suddenly as he thinks, "Wait a minute, his energy signature is disappearing. Does that mean he's using instant Kamehameha? What?" Suddenly appearing right next to Vegito with his arms already positioned in iconic fashion, yelling the phrase we all know. As the shocked Vegito would react, "Instantaneous Kamehameha? How? I didn't see him do a hand sign at all! Damn it!" With a mighty roar that we could only expect by the god of Kamehamehas, Goku blasts Vegito point blank. And as Vegito's body is lost in the light, it seems Goku actually managed to land on the famed God Killer. Ha! How was that for predictable, Vegito? As a now pleased with himself Goku still mid-energy beam, watching on as his blast travels straight into the never-ending sky, would then suddenly hear... "Still nothing I couldn't foresee, clown!" Shocking Goku, as an all-too-familiar voice calls from right beside him. No way! And unbelievably behind Goku with extreme speed, just like he displayed against Yamoshi, Vegito appears behind the Saiyan, but this time upside down and with an even bigger grin than ever before. As he looks into Goku's perplexed eyes and says, "What's wrong, Kakarot? All this talk about catching me out, but why is it always you with the surprised look? You didn't really think you did something there, did you? You know, I remember when you did the same thing to Cell, don't you?" Before quickly and brutally, even with his arms folded restricting his rotation, Vegito would slam a kick onto the back of the stunned into shock Goku, causing our hero to scream out in pain. And with a loud crash onto the spotless white floor of Vegito's mind, Goku would crash land like a rock. Damn, that was a hard one. And in the aftermath, Goku at least, though looking beaten and worse for wear, would be on one knee and fist, holding himself up. As with one eye open, he would concede. He's too fast, too strong, and knows my every move. Not to mention, he's still just in base. Damn, those gods really are in for a treat. Kakarot, you fool! I told you! And seeing his ally / rival damaged, Vegito would angrily then shoot off towards Goku. All in front of the eyes of Vegito, who would comment patronizingly, "Oh, well, would you look at that? I didn't realize you two loved each other so much." Cute. Dream on! But the angered Vegeta would just hold his ground once in front of Goku and explain, "Me? Love this clown? Get real. I'm only here because I'm tired already of this buffoon trying to battle someone so out of his league. He may be brain dead, but I am not. We are not looking to fight you. What we need to do is talk, and specifically about the way you are doing things. All three of us have the same goal, but we need to be discussing things as a trio before you do things, Vegito." As comedically, a confused Goku would just whisper, "Hey, wait a minute. Brain dead? Buffoon?" But the cockily looking down Vegito hearing this would only respond, "The prince would like to discuss with me, huh? How lucky I am to be given such an opportunity. But I do wonder just one thing. Why would I need any input from the likes of you two weaklings? I seem to be doing just fine. Only one god of destruction remains left, you know." Weaklings! If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't even exist! Which of course is quickly quipped back by Vegeta, who then adds, "But regardless of your lack of gratitude, like I said, we're supposed to have the same goal here if you hadn't noticed. Now don't get me wrong. I haven't said much until now, because at least you're getting the job done and getting my revenge. Our revenge. But clearly, some of the decisions you've made have crossed the line. Not least with Jiren. This is our battle.
there was no reason to involve the Grey Man. What you did to him was just as bad as what the gods did to us, and I can't agree with that. And neither can I with the constant interfering with timelines. My own son taught us long ago that tampering with time would have grave consequences. But here you are, spitting in his face, and the results have already been made clear. I don't know what you're thinking, but it's high time you let Kakarot and I take back over the reins, at least from now until this mission is complete.
And as Vegito finishes, Goku begins standing up and adds on himself, "Yeah, Vegito, I'll be honest, I had no idea what you were doing. I was just busy training and getting stronger. Getting you stronger. But our goal is just to bring our family back and make those who did it pay and never be able to do something like that again. That's all. Gohan, Chi-Chi, Goten, that's who we're doing this for." In response to which, Vegeta would then slowly descend down with a laugh, letting out,
Interesting monologues, kids.
Before a dastardly smile would then appear across Vegito's face as he lets out additionally,
But I ask you again, what reason do I possibly have to listen to anything you two have to say? Just like yamoshi, you two are in my domain, not the other way around. You?
"No, Vegito! This isn't the way." Leaving both Goku and Vegeta with a mixture of anger and annoyance, but both knowing there is little they could even do about it. But Vegito's brash statements would not end there though, as when the smirk grows even larger, he would then say while pointing two fingers towards himself,
But if you're that eager to meddle in my affairs, there's still a way. I can offer you a chance. I can make a deal with you here and now. Both of you, challenge me right now, and if either of you can land one attack, just one hit on me while in my base form, then I'll respect your strength and take on your thoughts from now on. How does that sound? You two of all people should know I'm a Saiyan of my word.
Almost instantly in reaction, Goku with an enthused smile would begin powering up once more, commenting, "Now that sounds like fun. Come on, Vegeta, we can do this!" But Vegeta, hearing this, has a different reaction, angered instead as he grunts out,
Land just one attack on you? Don't get cocky, Vegito. This isn't a game. This is serious.
But eager to get back into the battle, Goku would then launch without Vegeta straight for the God Killer once again. And as Goku would reach closer and closer to his target, Vegito would just remain ominously still. Until after a zoom in on his face, we're shown he's ready as ever, saying,
Well, at least one of you isn't a coward.
But as expected, even with his arms folded and in base, Goku's first punch would be dodged with perfect timing by Vegito. Leaving the God Killer to goad the Saiyan more, letting out,
Not this again, Kakarot. Can you not think of anything interesting to do this time?
And to this end, Goku even flips his body around and tries an upside-down kick, similar to the one Vegito landed on him earlier. But unfortunately, this too is evaded without much problem.
Oh well, that was a little unexpected. Keep going, Kakarot. The other one can just watch like the little spectator he is.
And from the distance, Vegito would indeed watch on, but not happy about it, as with a triggered look, he would think,
This is a waste of time! Kakarot can't do a thing against him! This ploy to get us to land an attack is just fun and games to him! He's like a stronger and more annoying Kakarot, only interested in battle! My turn!
But soon, Vegito would make at least a slight move back, as he lands a punch of his own, flush on Goku's face unexpectedly. And with a smile, would let out,
What? Didn't you think I would attack back eventually?
To which Goku, holding his face in pain, would respond,
Ow!
Yeah, kinda. You didn't say anything about fighting back. To which Vegito would respond back,
Ooh, I guess you're right. Fine. Since you were brave enough to actually give this a go, unlike that pathetic excuse for a prince, I'll hold things back. To think, I used to believe most of my Saiyan pride and battle experience came from Vegeta. How wrong I was. It really must be true then. Goku is the true #1 Saiyan around here. What did you say?
instantly triggering Vegito with the G word, as a furious anger and jealousy begins to bubble up within Vegeta until... as suddenly, out of nowhere, Vegeta 2, for the first time, transforms into his own Ultra form, combining both MUI and Ultra Ego, as his appearance changes in an instant and practically confirms the abilities of Vegito himself had now begun being subconsciously learned by both Goku and Vegeta too, as the angered and oblivious prince would yell,
"You damn brat! Underestimating me will be your downfall! If Kakarot cannot touch you, you better believe I will!"
Instantly then leading to Vegeta, now full of his ego, to speed forward into battle finally.
"Come here, you half-clown!"
Rushing straight in at Vegito, who just watches on, moderately surprised. Before a proud smirk appears as he lets out,
"Finally, the Saiyan Prince has awoken."
While Goku, who is surprised to even actually see Vegeta in this form, just mutters, "Vegeta!
Come here!"
As Vegeta, then in a rush with his newfound powers, launches a barrage of punches at Vegito as he steps back. But the smiling God-Killer just effortlessly parries them all.
Kakarot!
And it's not long too before Goku enters the battle, much to the surprise of Vegeta. But just as he does so, Vegito is quick to vanish from in between them, leaving both Saiyans puzzled with his speed.
Don't you just hate us annoying Saiyans, eh, Black?
Before, for no reason other than to have some fun, appearing briefly next to Goku Black, so fast the original God-Killer has no time to turn and realize who the voice is even coming from.
What?
Vegito! How dare you touch me like that, mortal! But despite the confusion, Vegito would return quickly to slam a kick straight onto the face of Goku. Slamming him expertly onto the body of Vegeta, who just stops the impact more out of confusion than necessity. As Goku, now on his bottom and feeling the pain, would comment, "Damn it! Even 2-on-1, nothing changes. You can tell where each of our attacks will come from, but he's way too fast for us to do the same to him." To which Vegeta would just look back and say, "I told you this already! But as long as his power is restricted in base, there will be some way." Huh? Vegeta, what are you... And with that said, Vegeta would begin walking past the puzzled Goku, before ominously saying, "Follow my lead. Do not get in the way of my next attack, alright, Kakarot?" Ha! To which a now smiling Goku, as if understanding his fellow Saiyan, would just reply, "Oh, so you want to steal the win, huh, Vegeta? Fine. But if you miss, then I'm in charge next." And with discussions of a makeshift plan finished, like a final boss, Vegito would begin rising into the air slowly as Goku and Vegeta watch on.
Well, seems you two are finally going to try a little harder now. This should be fun.
I leave it up to you, Vegeta! With Goku starting off the assault.
Don't mess this up, Kakarot!
As Vegeta, from behind, would then quickly extend a Vegito-esque energy sword from his right arm. But regardless, it would be Goku who gets Vegito's attention, as a smiling godkiller would let out,
"So nothing's really changed here, has it? Same old foolhardy Kakarot."
"Ha! Yeah, if you say so!" As suddenly, Goku placing 2 fingers on his forehead would vanish via instant transmission.
Not another Kamehameha! I saw that already!
Leaving Vegito understandably confused about whether he truly is seeing a repeat until... Suddenly, out of nowhere, a blade of energy seemingly pierces right through the throat of Vegito, and right through the fading image of Goku as he transitioned away, with the penetrated godkiller seemingly only able to mutter,
You nearly got me."
As eventually it is revealed the blade didn't go through Vegito's throat, but instead just narrowly missed, nipping his clothing instead.
Damn it!
And the attacking Vegeta, with his blade still extended, realizing this, would yell out in disappointment,
Kakarot, your angle was off! I nearly had him! It's all up to you now! Nearly, huh?
Though, with a demonic look, Vegeta would just say,
"You should really stop flattering yourself. That was a nice move, but there's a difference between noticing a fatal attack and one that would have just scratched my shoulder at worst."
before turning his body quickly in the next panel and yelling,
"And as for Kakarot, he's as deluded as you! There you are!"
As inexplicably, Vegeta would then turn his body a full 180 and point his finger to seemingly thin air.
Huh?
How did he? Only for Goku to suddenly reappear exactly where Vegeta was pointing with a totally bewildered look. As Vegito soon ducks down a sinister smirk, letting out,
You two just don't get it, do you? I know your next thoughts before even you do!
Before viciously, then kicking Son Goku straight through the stomach for his troubles. So hard, blood instantly spurts out from the internal rupture. But surprisingly, Goku would remain in front of Vegito, not moving back as he grabs his wounded stomach and just mutters out,
Is that all you've got?
Leading to a partially impressed Vegito replying,
What a tough guy you are. No, I'm sure I can give you a whole lot more, Goku.
But from down below, Vegeta would watch on as Goku is about to be beaten even more.
Kakarot! Are you useful for anything, clown?
Angering Vegeta with the futility of the whole situation.
Turn and face a real Saiyan!
Blasting off with rage to Vegito to protect Goku, covering it all up with a facade of wanting to prove himself. But just as Vegeta appears, Vegito is already in the process of moving again, turning around with a smile and patronizingly saying,
Oh, Vegeta! So good of you to finally join us again. I suppose you want some of this too? Yeah! Well, here you go!
And with a brutal swipe, Vegito instantly would backhand both Goku and Vegeta disrespectfully at the same time. And with that one swipe, neither one can control themselves as they float away peacefully, but that peace would not last long in the presence of the God Killer. Immediately, punching and kicking both of the Saiyans from Earth down to the ground for synchronized crash landings. And in the end, both Goku and Vegeta finally are just hit down back into base, bruised and damaged from even just the simplest of attacks from Vegito. As Vegeta would moan out,
Kakarot! What even is the point of this? I knew this would be a giant waste of time! We're like playthings to him now. All those gods he absorbed, the members of the Five. It's taken him to a level way beyond where we got him.
And for a moment, both would just sit on their laurels, staring at Vegito in silence, as they both tried to figure out what to do now, before Vegito would grumble again,
Kakarot, going to say anything or what?
But Goku, hearing this, would then surprisingly have his own ideas, replying, I know, Vegeta, but that power he absorbed, it couldn't have just gone to him. There has to be more to it. Only the guys he's fused with are here. But where's everybody else? The gods, the angels. We've even got some of his abilities. I've never even used that form we were both just in, yet it felt like I could use it perfectly. I'm telling you, that energy isn't just in Vegito. It's got to be in us too.
What are you kids chattering about now?
As Vegito would then cockily, with both his fists now resting on his hips, descend down to the ground with a thud, before then brashly closing his eyes and walking towards the duo without any sort of fear, yelling out with a wide mouth,
"Right! I think it's time you two give it up already. That was a bit of fun, but clearly you two are in no state to be giving me any advice. Only the strong rule when it comes to Saiyans, and neither of you fit the part. But I will give you one final chance. My eyes are closed right now, and I'm coming straight for you. Base or not, just land one attack, anything, and your wish is my command." Vegito!
But Goku, who previously had been excited by each of Vegito's challenges, this time would sport gritted teeth, as he slowly begins getting up and says, "If I don't do anything here, Vegito is just going to do more things we don't want. Jiren was just the beginning. I have to do something." And just like that, suddenly Son Goku would get to his feet, but his black hair now flaring up, as he begins attempting to channel a strange energy into himself, saying with a smirk, "I need to find that energy you absorbed, Vegito. That we absorbed. Beerus, Whis, destroyers and angels alike. Lend me your energy!" As behind our heroes, suddenly the apparitions of the gods and angels, slaughtered by Vegito, then appear for the first time since their disappearance. Will Goku really be able to access the power meant only for Vegito? And just what difference will it make when that power is handled by Son Goku himself? But that was it for today's video, guys, and if you made it this far, leave me a hashtag Goku in the comments down below and let me know if the hero of Earth will really be able to do a thing to the monster that is Vegito. Or you can just find out what happens right now on my Patreon, where you can see the full next video, fully voice acted, soundtracked, and edited for you to enjoy with over 4,000 other fans, as well as getting access to 250 plus other fan mangas too. It's the deal of the century.